Hello and welcome back. This is episode 3 of Disco Elysium, our second round of it. Now, last episode we... what did we do? We found out we're pretty much the worst person in the world. We found out that we had had a go at the secretary or the receptionist working at the hotel, and that's why she quit. We also lost our badge and our gun. And we're just fairly shit. We did find out there were quite a few boot prints around the hanging, and we also leveled up. So it's quite overwhelming. But I was having a look at this, and I thought the best thing to go with for the moment, because we used perception to find all those boot prints outside the where the body was, and I felt like that was a really good thing. So I think we'll level up this, and I honestly don't know if you've got any advice on this going forward. Let me know. But for me, that seemed to work really well with the body, so let's go for that. If you've got any other advice, if I'm going the wrong direction with it, let me know. But yeah, based on my limited knowledge of this game, that's what I'm going with. A great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. So that's the other thing. At the end of last episode, and the reason we got our level, we got our volumetric shit compressor. We completed this. Which means all endurance white checks unlocked and learning cap for endurance raised to 4. That's because we kept throwing up at the body, so I believe that means we can now go back to the body and do some more investigation. And the one that we're currently doing at the moment, a lonesome long way home, factual memory returned, pretty much trying to remember where we live is my understanding of that, because we have no memory of anything. Like I said, we're not talking to that kid. That kid's just the worst. Okay, let's try this again. 72, that's huge. As you breathe in the odor, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach is wrying itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. I also feel like the perception skill that we upgraded will be good for this stuff early on. But again, let me know. The hangman, the material, inspect the boots, sorry. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast. Its clean white stands in stark contrast with the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates cover them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. They're ceramic boots. These are clearly not boots, they're armor, possibly part of a larger set. These aren't just boots, are they? This is armor he was stripped of. Indeed. It's Kim. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel. Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather model T500/VE. I'm guessing that vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals? He nods, piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would have been odd if they didn't. New task. Where's the rest of the armor? We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. He nods towards Kuno. Oh, I don't want to talk to him again. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he was just wearing the boots and no rest of the armor. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags. Then where are these clothes? Have you seen any around? What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him? They usually hang them completely naked for that. Laput Madra, the Mazda, the Besmerites and the like. This one's still in his underpants. Fucking talking about underpants. Kuno, don't involve yourself in this conversation. Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to. The material looks out of place here. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation of the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. For the Northwest Regional Revolcho, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500? Not too much, yes? It's enough. The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger with his sleeve. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. He checks his note. Mr. Garte implied he was security personnel for the harbour company. This confirms my own assumptions. Initial report? Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. We can't even remember our own name. These look pretty advanced for security guard. I agree. The equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them all together. Conceptualization. Like hurls on floorboards, the designs look organic, influenced by highly resonant wood materials, like lignum vitae of ebony perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this would be their cross-section. So like circles within circles. Run your fingers over the lines. The smooth glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnecting, peaking on the right sabaton where you notice. Perception. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50.10. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drying ball pen in his tongue. Cool. Now look, it's paid off already. We have a make and number, and that's something. We can use the radio in my Kanema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils as it pushed downwards. An ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop, the lieutenant voice sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm. Pig's gonna pull his head off. Brutal. It's a bad idea. He's decomposing. You're going to be yanked down his head. You're going to pull his head off. Do it, homo. Not homo. Do what? I'm going to pull his head off, right? Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do, so please don't. Visual calculus. Indeed, from this angle it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Because with my bell-bottom advanced enemy technology, we should conduct research into the weaknesses. Are we not detecting maybe clues? You said they're expensive. I thought I could pawn them. I didn't even want to take them off. I just thought I should try. Maybe there are clues? How many clues do you need? You already found the number. Besides, he taps on the boots. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They're fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? Interfacing. You are sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. No, we're not stealing the boots. We've done enough bad things. Alright then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? Okay, got it. That's fine. Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing, but we must pick our fights. He looks towards... Should we continue? Okay, we've looked at the boots. Let's look at the belt. The hangman. The hangman's knot is pulled tight with the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Encyclopedia. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, the big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently it's a reinforced kind. Then again, what do I know? No, apparently it's a reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. He nods. The local harbour uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they'd use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. We're assuming dock workers from the harbour did it. They sure wanted him to stay up there. How did they even get him up here? We're assuming. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes, motivated by the ongoing strike. He politely raises an eyebrow. You? Look, I would say yes, except these boots. I feel like it was something else. Yes, he covers his nose. It often is. The belt worries me. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I was afraid it would be. He raises to this thin steel wiring parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. We'll just cut the branch. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle and the belt branch. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? He points to the tree. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch and then pulled him up on the belt to close the buckle. Oh, yeah. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. Alright, let's have a look at the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretch across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around the heart. Map of the night sky? A map of the stars. He turns around and breathes for inspecting closer. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian maybe? But this seems more particular, customized somehow. Conceptualized as if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates and you feel as though you are only half right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air and the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium foil from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera. What's that? A Trigate Sunshine Mini. Trigate's a world-leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? An instant color camera. He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them in place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting then. A sound, a shrill flash, followed by breaking a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of colour pour into the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a colour-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry. Cool. Yes, he slides a camera. It is pretty cool, isn't it? There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely. What do we need the photo for? It contains an insight into the victim's person. By his build, I say that he was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Can I have it? I'll look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. How many items do we have? Where's our backpack? No, we can't look at it. Look at him in the eye. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There's no one home to subaquatic terrors there. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grow on his head, his face ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. 58. Tell me, who are you, dead man? 58. The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea what you just said. Who is he? He's a male, 40 to 50 with athletic build. His eyes used to be blue. Good. The victim of Occidental descent. Light brown hair, blue eyes. Encyclopedia. When he says Occidental, he means white, originally from the Occidental subcontinent of Mundai. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs in a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first few hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match discoloration? Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if it's got lividity. Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs and neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green and cold to spring air. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. I see it. He adjusts his glasses. His neck too. The lividity goes right up to his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax your eyes. The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of colour. Coursing with dark marble veins, his stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh into his boots. So what do you think? Is that right? Nothing would have gone past his stomach. I think he was upright after death, his hands and feet, neck are discoloured. Yeah, agreed. He points to the belt, especially around the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supporting a hanging. Hypostasis? Yeah. Yep, seems like a lynching to me. Yeah. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning probable cause. Alright. Something's coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces has entered the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purged liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. I hope nobody watching this has a weak stomach. It's quite graphic, quite detailed. Good luck to you if it puts you off. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck he's saying? Fucking, you know, fucking talking about shit. We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Maybe. He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. Alright. I don't think he's bruised. Or maybe he'd see the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with Kuno and his rock throwing. Stop talking in riddles, coin slut. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like. Alright. So how do we get him down? He starts to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we've finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some things once he's down. Yeah, it's done. Task complete. Another level up. Okay. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. He doesn't actually think it's a challenge. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. Alright, the cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance, and even if we do, there's a question of cutting the airship strength material. Let's upgrade first. So, we upgraded perception. Now our focuses are intellect and motorics. How well you move your body. So psyche and physique, I'm not really going to focus too much on. I think logic is important. I think just to work out how things work. Cool for analysts, pure rationalists, and obvious logicians. Logic urgent analysts are living daylights out of the case. At high level, look able to solve even most complicated puzzles, and thus susceptible to flattery for those blinded by their own brilliance. With low level of logic, you're going to have a hard time solving even a simple puzzle. Yeah, we're going to do logic. Okay. Accept. We could saw the branch, shoot him down, help from the harbour. Saw the branch, climb up there and saw the branch. Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way with less falling down off trees. Let's have another look at him. Maybe... Can we leave? Alright, what do we got around here? Shoot kids. We had to look at the thing before, but we didn't look inside. The trash container is locked. Sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. Why am I looking at your trash container? How do we get the lock open? You could try using a pry bar, the one that you took by motor carriage, or Lieutenant. Or you could ask a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. He's better than a pry bar ID. Force it, no. So it's going to be interesting, because we're not doing physical. Then we might be limited. Alright, so we've got the boots. What have we got around here? What about this thing? We had a... Oh no, we can't click on that again. I think it's all just rubbish down here. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material. Why am I looking at a pile of roofing material? Because there's a secret door hidden behind the pile of entonite. That's why you have to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door. What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate. See, these loading screens... Well, that's not terrifying. These loading screens, they've got so many comments that I know this is a long game, and obviously I would believe that there's more than just one case to solve. But it just seems so in-depth, like using drugs to max out things, and like, I think we're only just at the tip of the iceberg with this. I reckon this is Kuno's. An imputed magnesium supplement. I reckon this is Kuno's little thing. What did I click on? Oh, onto the roof. I thought I was clicking on the ladder to help us with the body. Where are you going? Oh, no, 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 no. We're getting a bit off topic here. Is doorway going to collapse soon? That's fine. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. That's fine. Postcard, Grand Kurun 37. Yep. Don't say no to free stuff. Alright, well maybe how do we... Oh, I see. Okay. Well, while we're up here... Nose effect health. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Perception. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak. Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. 42%. Look around. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. I love it. The art style. That machine is blah blah blah. It is. He looks at you. Cubsland makes a lot of heavy equipment. This is phenomenal even for them. $42. I need my cloak back. Oh no, he's gonna fall and die. Don't do it. Holy wow, that's high. You have to be a total madman to jump this. Certain death. Damage morale. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal. Hey, what happened? I'm alright, Kim. I just can't do it right now. I understand. We can always come back when you're feeling better. Alright. Well, that's fine. Well, we know it's there. What else is up here? Just while we're up here. More money. I'll take that. Alright. Let's head back down. Back into the creepy shed with the pig head. Alright, what else have we got in here? A silver plate with trays of bone yellow powder. Be still my beating heart, it's amphetamine, sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror, he's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use, professionally I mean. Someone's taking narcotics, perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to a ladder in the corner. But there's always an interesting find, an alternative path into the harbour that the kid uses. Well done. And we went up there before. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Okay. The poster of get out of the way or get fucked up. Okay. Alright. I don't think there's anything in here. It's Kuno's little place, but nothing to help us with the body. Maybe if we talk to Kuno again, he'll help us now that we know about his.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I found your shack. You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? I phase shift through the roofing material. Shit, get the fuck out of here. You can't do that. He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again. Pigs can't displace, can't do that teleport shit. He says and then turns on you. How did you, like, get in there, piggy boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit in there, right? What's with the pig head? Disco Elysium. What's with the pig head? Oh, that. He picks up a bit of dirt from his fingernail. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just Kuno's demon tape. A cool pig head. I liked it. I got this one. This one. Pointy-headed shit. What? He looks confused. What is this shit? Fucking on yourself? This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there. Fuck your shit. Back to normal. What is this? Well played. No one saw that coming. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of Electro. Kuno's Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in their pig. So I don't have much in electrochemistry, I don't think. Yeah, nothing. Only 2. Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have a sparkle in your eye. What's with the Chiba magnesium? It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything? He looks at you and just pointed at the sun and asked what it was. You could use some magnesium, right? Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a barrel. Don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno. Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. He looks at you, eye bulging. You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything, like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo. Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're going to OD and you're going to fucking die. I don't want to point out my coat. Can I get into the harbour from the roof? Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? I just got to fly, pig. I tried that, didn't go well. Kuno knows. Kuno and Seesaw, shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear, Kuno style. That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy, just jump. Alright. I wonder if he'll answer any questions. Where's the rest of his armour? Kuno doesn't give a shit about armour. How come? Kuno's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. A mutant? Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. He drills his temples with his fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. What do you mean threw it away? Kuno tried to get a helmet on. It was too big. He performs a kick-off in the imaginary helmet. Kuno kicked the shit into the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Threw it into the sea? Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno, he repeats. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You want to fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the moustache union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. What do you mean troubadour? Yeah, cock in boots. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Jeez. How do you say anything? Like, just use your words. Trying to decipher this whole damn thing. Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about the armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gates. Ask him yourself. Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information? And you're just telling me out of goodness of your heart? Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now. Drama. Still seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy or maybe paranoid. It's a possibility. Contusions all over his body. Fuck you talking about? What is this contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting. He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you feel stupid. I hate words too. I hate your words. Oh, did Kuno make the shit sniffing harder? obstruction of shit sniffing. He lets go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here. You hear the lieutenant hum. What's the greenhouse over there? Don't know. Kipped asked Gardner used to work there. Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminoles or Arapagite descent. It's used a common first name among the Arapagites of Ilamara. Not so much anymore. Hold on, the gardener used to work there? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno, take it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. Shit, nothing's on to Kuno. You mean the young woman by the gardener? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening used to be done in March? Let's ask her about it. About the trash container. Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit pig. Someone might have stashed something in there. Maybe there's even a lead. No, I don't want to lead him on. Does he ever climb the ladder? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed? So you said like unclimbable? Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno is not a fucking acrobat. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. Alright, I think that's enough of Kuno. I'm sick of talking to him. Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. So there's a lack of magnesium in me. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. So we need to mag it sideways. Yeah. Mag it sideways. What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amount of magnesium. We don't want him to become a... Is magnesium a drug? I don't understand. Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to ascend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Alright, what have we... We've got a new thought as well. Magnesium-based life form. -1 to shivers. Is that a thing? Do we have shivers? Two hours remaining. God, I got all of these things. Can I be doing more? No, I don't think I can do more than one at once. It's generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes to form complex, mushy structures. It's also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamines, etc. In such cases, it's important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired, mag it. Down, mag time. Liver damage, maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? -1. I feel like that's a good or temporary research bonus. It's only temporary. Are these all temporary? I don't know enough about this as well. God, there's so much to this. Alright. Let's go and talk to the manager. Because he might have a key for that box. And then we need to look at... getting the body down. If you've got anything more to say.
Hello again, sweetie.
No, nothing new there, thank you. Oh, Gart.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours? Mine, no, it belongs to the whirling smartass. Thanks for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash in there and they don't pay for garbage company. I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes, us and the garbage disposal company. Seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. I wonder what this feeling is. Prodded him, guarding even your leftovers from the poor. Callous, what are you, Krasmazov? Almost all establishments in Revolcho keep their trash locked. The whirling erase is not special in that regard. Krasmazov nom de guerre was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism. Maybe I am. What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container? Point at the back. What if I am? No. Yes, let's return to that. We need those keys. What for, Mazov? Are you planning on nationalizing my trash container? It concerns the case. Please cooperate. He takes the keys from on the counter and hands them. Just bring them back once you've done. I do not like you, Gart. Haven't been in here yet. You got any magnesium? Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Talk to the chef. Goreche Kubek. The thin man is smoking blow and exhausted, occasionally sipping from a mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only word you can make out are Goreche and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goreche Kubek. Please, it's not funny. Alright. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladles against each of the pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially the sound of assorted dishes boiling and simmering. Alright, that's fine. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. I wonder where this door leads. You do? It's a door into the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? How did you really find it right now? Drawn to its blue. It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look at it as a side investigation. Yeah. He looks at you then the door. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. A stainless steel door flushed with frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers, 40-50 years since it was painted maybe. Try to push, does not budge. Alright, well that was pointless. Should we talk to Gart again?
Can I help you?
Nope, not yet. Oh no, what's that?
Can I help you?
Another thing at the Whirling. Blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, the door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Do you know what's behind it? No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Fritter warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his fingers across the counter, check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. Let him get to pretend he's indifferent. He looks at the dusty finger and wipes it off. Okay. Alright. Let's go talk to the gardener, because she isn't a gardener anymore. Don't people say weird things? People are more forgiving to a person of power, like police officers. Alright, here we go.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Tell me exactly, what have you been doing in your greenhouse in March? Well, she points to a wheelbarrow, surprised at the question. This might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. It helps everything green up in spring. At least that's why my grandma always told me. You think about a cute grandma, not the weird snow. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. 72? Stop looking at her and look around. What do you see? A traffic jam? The plaza. Entrance to the yard. That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Let's note and keep it to ourselves. Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you. I've investigated the boy. Shouldn't be long before we get it down. Okay, she doesn't quite know. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir. Alright, so she's keeping an eye on us. I've already looked at that. Getting him down. Can someone else do it? Someone else? You mean like the police? Well, what was that about processing them? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help? Can't the boys from processing take care of this? No. Why? Think of it. The boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people they murder. Hang on. Only instead of people. No comma. They murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come and help. And we've had a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down fast. See, if we ask for help from the harbour, they could be involved and they will destroy evidence. We shoot him down? Yeah, the enthusiasm is unrestrained. Bang, bang. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot. Point to it. Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, then there might be a chance to release the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain Kuno with some shit. They'll miss, the pigs will miss. Let's him take it. He's sober. I'll blow his head off. Take that. Take the shot. Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants to see some shit. Silence. With his elbow sharp, Lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops the paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's the Kiel A990, Armistice mass-produced muzzle loader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then takes a back and assumes the felicity position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches, his finger on the trigger. Say nothing. He's gonna fucking miss. Oh, don't miss, Kim. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes a cloud of smoke, and lifts back and says to himself, God damn it. Hand-eye coordination. A lot of things were wrong with the shot. The Falatis was the wrong choice, his shoulders were raised, but above all, he could not trust his own eyesight. Fucking idiot. Mokappa asshole. Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, it's easy. It's okay. Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the binoclad. The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand. Okay, try again. No, we're lucky as it is. We didn't break anything. The victim remains uncompromised. He looks around the yard, window overlooking the yard. Any more mistakes could put us in fortunate position with the local. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favours with that. Alright. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely as we can get him down without assistance. You know you don't feel like it too bad of a shot yourself. We've got hand-eye coordination, do we? It's bad as is us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. They only have one gun. Yeah, take it. Take the shot. Feel the weight first. The cold piece of bakelite and gun metal is surprisingly light. Your finger fits right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Point the gun at the belt. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm. 42's not... I should shoot the kid. Why don't you just shoot yourself, you fucking... 42's not great. Alright, we're gonna go for it. Oh, we shot him in the belly. plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon and see what happened. You miss the belt but hit the corpse right in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. A sudden stink makes your eyes water. Heal yourself now. Despair creeps into you from getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had to please are eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? I'm seriously running out of shits here. Let's corpse hang on dream queen. Fuck you. I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. Fuck me, please. The rage you have forever after we finish it. Nothing can say would make you feel any better now. Don't tell me I died. Oh my... Alright. This game. How fragile. Alright. Alright. Alright, what I might do, next round, I'm going to do everything the same. I won't record it, but then I'll get us back up to this point, to save having to do it all again. And then we'll go from there. Sound good? Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I can't believe I did that. Or maybe we can just load the game in Kuno's shack. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because I don't want to play through the whole thing again, because it can get a bit boring and repetitive. So what I might do, we might load it at Kuno's shack. I'll get us up to that point again, and then we'll go from there. So thanks very much for watching. Any advice or anything like that, please let me know. I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.